Hey guys, this is Scott StrongSmith here, and I'm really sorry for this long delay. I know it's been like 2 or 3 months, but I've got a lot of backstory, don't worry, I've got a lot of stuff I'm gonna say. Really. I've been thinking about this stuff a lot, and I mean a lot. I have a lot of stuff to say about this, and I'm saying this is because in this video I might not say everything that I've had on my mind. So, first of all, to settle things, my last video, which was a couple months ago, which was a playthrough, and the playthrough was it was with Harjo. It was a playthrough of Chrysalis, and I finally caught up to him, and then all of a sudden the video stopped. Like, what happened, right? Well, here's what happened. So, Harjo had a sub, and the reason he had a sub at the time, the only reason he had a sub was that because Geo bought him one, and he was just playing because he didn't want to waste Geo's money. He bought him a sub, so he played, and I decided, hey, I can catch up to him. And a couple days after I caught up to him in that one video, his sub ran out, so he couldn't quest anymore. And after a long time's thought, I decided I should end my own sub right now. As you can see, I have no sub. And why don't I have a sub anymore? Why did I stop playing this game? Just very generally, I'm not having any fun on this game, and it's a very broad term, but I can go into that, and I will go into that a lot. Here's why. Warning. There's a lot of opinion coming. So, I have a feeling that you'll agree with a lot of this as long as you've played Wizard for a long time, but this is just my opinion, so please respect it. Now, there are two parts of this game to me. There's questing, and there's PvP. Me personally, I hate questing. I saw questing as just a burden that every wizard had to go through before they got to PvP. So, the only thing left in this game that makes me stay is PvP and friends. I guess the friends in here helped me a little bit, right? So, I still played this game because PvP was massive on me. It was huge. Like, half of the game wasn't anything at all to me, but PvP was damn good. Here, let me see if I can get up here. In the first age, I did a lot of shit. So, that was really good. And that's why this channel is here, is because I love PvP so much. This game, I love this game. It was, like, the PvP in this game was actually good. It was really good. It was a unique concept. It was really good. And, honestly, I've got to be honest here. The reason that I got into PvP was that I was looking on YouTube and I found a video, which was Alexander Lionheart versus Jacob Legendheart number 3. Alex would be right here. So, yeah, he got me into PvP. By the way, Alexander Lionheart is probably one of the most popular Wizard YouTubers, so I'll leave the link to that video and maybe his channel. So, and honestly, PvP was really good, and I'm like, wow, it's really good. But every update that they came out with, the game started to go a little more downhill, but it was still more than playable. It was fair enough to the point where I could play and I wouldn't really get mad. Like, the game still required skill back then. There was a lot of things that you had to actually do to win. It was on you if you lost. There was a lot of stuff that you had to consider. There was Blades and Earthquake. There was Bubble Wars. God, I missed that shit. There was Prediction. There was... Yes, first turn was a little bit overpowered, but if you're second turn and you predict, it's actually more valuable than if you were first turn. You still earned your wins back then. And things just keep getting a little bit worse and worse. And then something really bad happened, which was the reshuffle change. It wasn't that bad, the reshuffle change, but what it did was it made Balance Mastery nearly not viable at all. And Balance Mastery was one of the masteries where if you used it, you felt like you had a lot more skill if you could master the Balance Mastery. But now that was gone. I'm pretty sure it was back. It's back now because there's what's it called, Supernova treasure cards, but that doesn't matter because of what I'm going to say later. And the moment Aquila came out, which was like right the day after of my latest PvP video, the whole game crashed, which is why that was the last PvP video I made since. Critical Gear, which came from Aquila, sapped skill dry. It sapped skill to the bone. It wasn't really like back then. Critical rating was a very small factor of chance that, oh, hey, I landed a crit that doesn't usually happen and that won me the game. That was fine. But now it's like, oh no, I didn't block, I lost. So they took a really good concept of critical and they turned it into something that was like really, really overpowered, and the game no longer requires skill, because honestly, all of that stuff that I said before, the blades, the bubble wars, the prediction, it's all overridden by you got killed in the first turn by a critical. So you don't earn your wins anymore, but you're just lucky by getting first turn and then getting a crit. And also with Chrysalis, Shadow Strike didn't help at all. Now, on top of the critical and the damage, now they have 50 more armor piercing. That's pretty bad, honestly. Like, also pet may casts, like, the pet may casts add a little bit too much luck to the game. At first, when they came out with pet casts, that was actually a really good concept. For example, when maybe just Sprightly was out, or Pierce and stuff like that, that was pretty good, because, like, even if the Sprite came out a lot, it wasn't that much of a heal unless you built full healing boost, and even with the full healing boost, you would probably be sacrificing some of your stats. And stuff like that was fine, but they have way too many pet casts, including a very controversial May cast Fairy, which is right here. And I'm pretty sure Alexander told me this, that they actually buffed Fairy, May cast Fairy. I never saw this, but wow, really? Damn. And I also wanted to go to the fact of Jade Gear. Like, I kept saying, like, you know, the game was balanced back then. It was balanced back then, but once Jade Gear came out, everyone was bitching that the game was down. Like, I'm saying that the game went down in Aquila, but a lot of people argue that it came down when Jade Gear came out. But honestly, I didn't see Jade Gear as much of a threat. Like, except for the very moment it came out. Once they came with armor piercing, Jade was fine. Like, Jade Gear was fine because, think about it. If you were Jade Gear, it's not really always the best. It's not the best strategy. Like, think about this. If you were wearing Jade Gear, if you like always wore Jade Gear back then, did you ever lose to someone that wasn't wearing Jade Gear? Most of you would answer yes. So that means that it was not the best strategy. And KingsIsle actually listened to their fans at the wrong time by completely destroying Jade Gear with the Shadow Strike 50 armor piercing and the massive crit. And now Jade Gear is one of the worst sets you could wear in PvP, which I guess it's a little ironic, but I don't think I used that term correctly. So yeah. Also, I wanted to get into the fact of meta in this game in terms of PvP. Like, I know this is gonna be a little weird, but it has a point, so listen to me on this. Like, meta first of all, if you don't know what meta is, the meta is basically what the majority of the people thinks is the best thing, although sometimes it's not actually is the best thing. For example, like in war, for example on the Civil War, the British tactics were, like, the meta for the British war is to line up and shoot at each other. That was what they thought was the best. That's their meta. But it wasn't actually the best. So the Americans, or yeah, the Patriots or whatever, I'm bad at history, they changed the meta by going with guerrilla tactics. They would hide in brush and pop out and shoot, and that was a better strategy. They changed the meta. And that's what a lot of it is today. They would hide and pop out and stuff like that. And there was a meta in Wizard a while ago. Like, if you went, like, for example, Alexander, I keep referring to this guy because he plays this game a lot. If Alexander had a build where he had like 80 ice damage and balance damage with a balance mastery, and he would spam like lore masters and stuff like that, but that stuff would actually be a good strategy back then, because most of the strategies that you would pick could be viable. For example, Jade Gear was one of them, and it was a popular one, but it wasn't the best. None of them were the best. So that was good, because not one set dominated everything, so there was a lot of variety, there was a lot of things you had to look out for just in case, and that was really, really good. That made the game good. But now, like, critical and damage is a definite meta right now. For example, I can't find him in my friends list, so I saw a guy on my friends list and he had like 100 storm damage, 600 crit, and 20 flat armor piercing. There is nothing that's better than that. Think about that. If you're wearing the damage gear, have you ever lost to someone that wasn't wearing that? Pretty sure not. So that's the best set. It's the best set. There's no downs to that set, and now there's no meta in this game anymore. It make the game broken. It's just not good, man. And I also wanted to get into the point of the reason I'm playing video games is because video games are meant to cause you like euphoria. It's meant to make me feel good. It's made to make me have fun. And there's a lot of ways for video games to make their players have fun. And before it was before it in PvP, Wizard made you have fun by working hard and earning your shit. I'm sorry I cursed. So like the good feeling that you get in PvP was, wow, I predicted this stuff. I had the really good build. I predicted his stuff. I just said the same thing twice, and I earned my win. That I feel really good. And I swear to God, she barks in every single video. Hold on a second. Alright, I'm back. I'm sorry about that. So, what I was trying to get to here is that a while ago, KingsIsle's method for having their players feel good about themselves was them being skillful and earning their wins. But now they're resorting to the cheaper kind of euphoria of seeing the big numbers on the screen. I know you've seen this before when you're questing and you blade up a lot and you hit the boss and it does like 1,000,000 damage. You're like, oh my god, that's cool. I did 1,000,000 damage. They're resorting to that. They're resorting to the cheaper way of making you have fun, and I do not like that one bit. Like, I liked it a lot better the old way it was. But if you think about it, that's good for KingsIsle, because the way that the older version of having fun would make it so that there was less players, because like not everyone wants to like work for this game and earn their shit. But now it's not as hard. You can just farm and like crit and you win. Yay, I did a big damage number. And there's a lot more players now, so that's good for KingsIsle, I guess, but it's not good for the players. And most of the players. Some of the players. I don't know how many of the players. So because of all that, PvPs for me is now completely useless. So now PvP and PvP and PvE aren't fun. So this makes the game useless for me to play. There's nothing here that I have fun doing. I don't have fun with PvP. I don't have fun with questing. And those are the two parts of the game that I see. So what am I even doing on this game? I'm gonna quit this game now. Because of all that, there's really nothing I can do in this game anymore. Really, it's been a long run, really long run, but there's nothing I can do now. It's gone. Well, also, you guys might be wondering, I really doubt you are, but what about your friends? Like, you said there was questing, there was PvP, and there was also your friends a little bit. What about your friends, the people there? Well, first of all, friends alone aren't going to keep me here. It's just like in real life. Like, all my friends are playing football, but I don't like football. I'm not going to do football. So, also, most of my friends are gone from this game as well. Really. All of my really, really good friends from this game, like nearly all of them, 90% of them, have already quit this game. So, I'll go in order. Alexander Lionheart, hey, there he is again. He's probably the only person who's still playing this game. He's still trucking along. Really, he's going really far. He really, really loves this game. He has to stick to it, and dude, keep going, man. Keep going. Next, Mizo. Mizo is in around like level 80, 83, and he just stopped. I'm pretty sure that he was in it for the friends as well, but this is just my speculation. I don't really know for sure. Geo got banned actually, but he was completely okay with it. He was just like, yo, fuck that game. I didn't even like it anyway. So, Harjo, I'm pretty sure, yeah, he's done with that game. Like, it was just boredom. He doesn't like the game. He thinks it's broken. He has a lot of videos around it, but he's never actually said specifically that he's quitting, I'm pretty sure. But, yeah. Kevin, or Jeffrey Blueflower, he quit because, I'm not sure if he actually quit. He might be on every now and then, but he's pretty bored of that game. He barely goes on. He might be staying for Ashley. I'm not sure, though. I don't follow his life. You know, I'm in call with him a lot, but I'm not that a stalker. And Fiona, I'm pretty sure, is on a very close thread, but I'm pretty sure she's barely hanging on with this game. But I see her play like never. Well, I mean, how am I supposed to see them playing? I'm not even on myself. So for the future, I'm done with this game, really, but will I ever come back? I might. There's a very small chance. I'll come back if KingsIsle fixes all of this, if they make the game balanced again, if they make it a skill-based game. But I really, really doubt they'll do that, because KingsIsle's best plan is to keep making content. Like, think about it. If they stop making content, they stop making money. Or if they keep making content, they'll increase the amount of money they make. So they're going to make more content. It's like, there's no doubt they're going to make more content, and that's perfectly fine, because that's what they got to do. But the more of something there is, the more likely something's going to screw up. So I can just see, like, it's already really, really bad to the point where I can't play this game anymore, and it's been getting worse and worse every time. There's no way that they can make it better while making more content. So they really got to pull some tricky shit for me to come back to this game. But I hope they do. I hope they do, because this game's been very good to me. So, as for this channel was dedicated to Wizard, but as you can see, it's gone now. It's really saddening, because I didn't get to get much PvP out before the game broke down. So, I might do, like, League of Legends, but like I said, this was dedicated for Wizard. I had a passion for Wizard, and for League, I'm not really seeing myself recording it. But also, if I do record on League, it kind of messes with my frames a little bit, so it'd make me play worse. And honestly, for League of Legends, there's actually a pro stuff. There's actually pro players, and there's competitive teams. And why would you watch my League of Legends videos when the pros are right there? You can watch the professionals play. Why watch my videos, right? So there's that. And I could also play Pokemon X and Y, but I have no capture card, so I'm not going to do that. And honestly, just my opinion, I hate it when people don't have a capture card and they want to make the video, so they just take their phone and record their DS. That's just me. I fucking hate it. Really, I do. And damn, I just want to end this with a quote. I hate the fact that I have to hate this game. Truly. This game was so good, man. It really hurts when I'm forced to leave this game. Because I just can't play this game anymore. I damn loved this game a long time ago. Thank you, KingsIsle, for your time. It's been a very long time. It's been a very good run. It's well worth the money. But I'm on my own road to follow. Thank you guys for watching.